So, by the way, I just want to mention about this whole conflict between Jesus and the Jewish establishment, that the Bible never actually forbids healing on the Sabbath. It doesn't say that. But the rabbinic tradition, they decided that medical care, like a doctor healing someone, it is work. It is work. And therefore, healing was only permitted if life was in immediate danger, like setting a broken bone, treating a chronic illness, applying a salve to a wound or a problem. It was forbidden. So you had to wait till the next day because it was the Sabbath day, and that was their idea. And what happens is, okay, so once again, maybe the last time, that picture, there's the law of God, and then there's the protective shell that we pull around it, that we draw around it, and then what happens is that protective shell, the human tradition, it sort of migrates into the reality of God's revelation. It becomes part of that. It takes on the divine authority of that revelation, and then we imagine that our tradition is just as divine as the revelation of God. Why do we do that? Well, the answer is that we're already thinking in our hearts. We're thinking about God's revelation as simple tradition, and that's a big deal. When I take the Word of God and I just consider it to be some sort of tradition handed down by the fathers or something, and I do not consider it divine revelation, then my tradition easily can become equal to it in my mind and heart. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Their ideas about what is, their thoughts, their concepts about what is holy and powerful and real, it is as important as God when He speaks about that. So then the divine basically becomes something that we made up and sounds good, and then the divine actually becomes profane in our minds. So I hope that that's not too complicated for an early morning thought, but this is what happened when Jesus healed that man born blind. Their problem was that they thought that he was breaking the law of God, but he wasn't breaking the law of God. He was breaking their tradition. And they said because he needed mud and that's work, and he applied the salve and that's work. You anointment, you cannot do that on Sabbath. You broke the Sabbath. And that's like, I don't know. Okay, so I fall in the mud pit, and you break down a large branch and you stick it in and you pull me out. And the next day the police comes and takes you to court, and you find me there, and I'm saying you attacked me, and you say, what the heck are you talking about? And I say, you broke down a branch and you waved at me aggressively. And it's like taking a little part of what you did and not considering the purpose of it, and saying that's how it happened, and that's against you, and using that against you. That's how human tradition works in religion. It serves nobody. Be careful with that. Be wary of your heart. Humility, meekness before the Word of God, before the presence of God. That's what we need so badly. Otherwise, it all just becomes tradition, and it's terrible. It serves no one. God bless your day.